I sold my first product on Amazon in 2017. Back then, being a student in China who's from Turkey, opening an Amazon account wasn't an issue for me. However, since you're here today, we all know that how hard it can be to actually sell on Amazon. The good news is I will show you the safest way to open a seller account. I will show you step by step how to proceed on the Seller Central dashboard, a full checklist of everything you must have, where to make your US company set up for Amazon FBA, and so on. This video will be a very comprehensive video. If you're the type of person who cuts corners and you don't follow the steps, most likely you will have an issue to get your account opened. So please stick everything that I'm saying. Get your pen and paper, start taking notes. I promise if you watch until the end, you're most likely gonna get your account open and start healthily selling in the biggest market of the world. Well, my name is Ugur. I've been helping non-Americans to successfully run a business in the US, easiest and healthiest way. And welcome to my channel, my new video that I'm making today. So Amazon says if your country is in this list, you can register for a seller account as long as you have a chargeable credit card. Being on this list means you actually can apply from your own country, whether as an individual or a business. However, it will most likely not gonna work, especially if you're in these countries. Sorry to say, but they will just not accept it. So for those of you who were not born in the lucky part of the world, just like I did in 97, the solution for opening an account is owning a US company and doing the application as a US business with a US bank account. Today, we'll be discovering and seeing everything we need to have while doing the application. So without further ado, let's jump onto my computer and open our account. Okay, so the very first thing is VPS. It's pretty much a remote desktop connection. You connect to another computer because since you're a non-US resident, it's not good if you use your own IP. It's actually optional, but I highly recommend it. It's kind of must if you're using like a seller platform, the Amazon.com, Etsy, eBay, all of those. And it's same for the payment providers or even your ads account. If you are a business that is running in the US, it's better if you connect from a US IP, a dedicated IP. I have a full video about how to use VPS and what's it about. You can simply check it from my channel. But the most important thing I can say, it's kind of confused with VPN. They are different things because VPN gives you an IP that is not, it's generic. It's given to everyone. So those IPs kind of known and kind of used before, and it's not good because they know that like those IPs was used. In addition to that, the other thing I can say, like while using your VPN, it can just reset the IP and give you a new one while you're on it. So it would be nothing but just directly give a suspicious activity to the whether it's like the Amazon you're using or the US bank account you're using. So it's gonna kind of look like this, and after you download it, you're gonna put your ID, you're gonna open it. I have a full video of how you use it. I'm not gonna open the Amazon through the VPS because there's already an existing Amazon account that I use for years. I don't want to trigger anything like I'm trying to open a new account or something. So the first thing I want to talk about is the plans. When you start Amazon, it is $39.99 a month if you're a pro account. But if you're gonna get an individual account, it's gonna be a 99 cents or $1 per unit that you sell. I recommend you, if you're new beginning, go with a pro account, and also the individual account is not listed here. I can show it, but just go with a pro account. Try to start paying the 40. And for the months that you're not gonna make a business, you only do something very simple. You contact with Amazon and you say, hey, I applied for a pro account, but I haven't been using the account actively. Could you guys please refund? They will directly refund the money that they took, since you do not actually have a business. So when you hit the sign up page, it's gonna bring you to this page. You hit the create the account and you put your name, email, and password. Okay, so after we put the OTP that was provided, it lands us on this page. So in this page, it kind of shows everything that you must have ready. Guys, something very important, since we're going to be doing this with a US entity, like a US company and a bank account, company formation, your tax identification number, EIN, ITIN, whatever you're getting, those things takes time. So if you have kind of like the lunch plan, the most important thing, the very first thing that you must be doing is just get your account open. So before you actually get to this page, everything that we will be going through step by step, make sure you have it all ready, because like when you're doing your application, if there's something missing, like there's going to be further identification that is done by them, and when you do not comply with that further identification at that time, they say, okay, in 10 days provide us ITN number, provide us SSN, like the social security number. And if you can't provide it in those days, your account will be closed. And then when the account is suspended, it's super headache. I hope you will never get to that phase, and I hope I'll never be making videos about that as well, because I've been through that a lot and I hate it, honestly. So please do everything healthily, as I'm saying and showing. So since it's going to be, you have the US entity, you will choose United States. That will be where your company is going to be based. So if you have a LLC, if it's your own private owned business, you're going to be choosing this one. You're going to be using your company name, okay? And then you will continue. Once you continue, the page we will have is going to look like. So the company registration number is a number that you have on your company document. It's going to be your file number. It's mostly going to be like 6 digits. Let's do like this. If it's like a Delaware company, it's file number. With different states, it may sound different. And the business address is also something important. I will be just like putting something, that the place I live right now in my home country. So after you hit that everything is correct, you will receive they need to do OTP with you. Here, you can actually use the number of your own country. If you have a US phone number, it's better. If you can do that, it will definitely work better for you. The last time we opened an account, they were not asking for the phone verification thing. Right now, they made it a bit like, not just email and getting a OTP with the phone. Yeah, after we put all of our information, it asks you who's the owner. Since it's going to be your company, if you form a single member LLC, you will choose as a beneficial owner of the business. And if you have additional like partners, you need to put them. If you don't, just go. I'm on my own. It's on my own company. So after it asks you where you're from, I just skipped that part, my bad. So you're gonna put your own home country. I'm Turkish. The country I born was Turkey. Wait, yeah. So your date of birth and your passport number. Please, for the proof of identity, always use passport. Don't try to do with your home country's driving license or ID. If you don't have a passport, go get your passport. It is totally okay for them. If you have a US business and you're non-American, you can legally do that. Non-Americans can open a US business and start making business activities in the US. So for the payment information, it just reminds you what do they need. In this part, we have to have a US bank account and US banking. It's also essential. Don't do it with your own home country's bank. You're most likely going to have issues. They're going to ask for further verification. It has to be in English. It's super completed. Do the safest way as I'm showing. Go with the US banking. Also, they will be asking for the credit card information. The US bank you open, you can simply like go to the couple banks that I can mention to you. You can either go to like Relay Financial, Brex Bank account, and Mercury Bank. They're free. They're really, easy to open and everything. I also have a video about those as well. I also have the links in the description that you can use and simply go through to open your US bank account for the US company that you formed. So the one thing, those banks gives you debit card. You should not put the debit card for the billing information. You have to be putting the credit card. It's super must by Amazon. So for the credit card thing, you can put your own home country's credit card, but before you put it, make sure it's open to abroad, like it can be charged from US, because you obviously not going to be from there. Don't have an additional further verification when you use your card. So make sure your card is valid and it goes through, because once it has an issue with your card, it's going to stop and it's going to go to the ways that you don't want it to go. So okay, you pick the US bank account that you open. If you don't have the bank name listed here out of the 3 banks that I opened, you go to others and you put the name. Okay, let's say we open it with Mercury Bank, or whatever the bank that they work with. I think it's going to be like something like Evolve and Trust, not actually Mercury. After you put, so the routing number and the bank account number has to be provided by you. All right, since I don't actually put a bank account and this one's just to show you guys, let me kind of like explain what happens after this. There's a part that where you pick information about your store. So while you're choosing information about your store, it's going to ask you a store name. Try to put something generic and avoid like illegal names, like don't use financial trust or it's like, I don't know, like kind of something that you should not be, you know, selling on Amazon, those like gambling things or I don't know, illegal stuff that you can know and have an idea of. And try to choose something generic. Let's say you're going to be selling a baby product. Don't just pick a name of the product. Make it like something babies or something kids. So you can add more things onto that store. It's going to be one name that you're not going to be able to change. And after that, the most important part that I take care of and explain you guys is the verification part. In this part, they may need to verify you personally. In that case, they may ask a couple things. First thing, they may need to make a video call with you. So they may need to ask you like simply, you know, show us your passport in your hand. Let's see that you're actually the person that you say you are. In that case, the one thing that I explained about the VPS, you're not going to be able to make the call on the VPS. It would be better only for that you use the VPN for that particular state that your VPS is connected and located. Also, they may ask for a social security number. You not having a social security number, you can verify it with ITIN number, individual taxpayer identification number, which is just like SSN used instead of social. It's also 9 digits, pretty much the same. So you may not even go to this like, you know, further verification, additional verification processes after you put your information. But if that happens, one thing I need you to do is just, you know, be patient. Go with like the way that they're asking the information from you. Like if they ask you what products you're going to be selling, what are you going to be doing, please write everything like very carefully and very in a nice way that it can look good for them, because they're super picky with the people that they work with. But pretty much if you do everything as I'm showing you with this US entity, most likely your account is going to be opened easily. Since you're going to be a business that is running from the US as a non-American, which is a thing that you can actually do. So please follow along everything I was showing.
So if you learned it all, the question is where to get a US LLC. Well, myusllc.com is the option to go for when it comes to forming a business as a non-American. The services are only tailored for non-Americans just like you, with the best price point. US bank account is covered, all tax identification numbers like EIN, ITIN, you can have it. There's even a package where the application for Amazon can be done on your behalf in case if you don't want to deal with it. So I'll have the link in the description where you can check further and learn more details. Okay, you may have been a little bit discouraged or overwhelmed after seeing that the entry is not easy. However, you have this video in this channel. Please feel free to come back and always take a look if you need. Since you did not apply before, it's normal to be overwhelmed. But after you get to the biggest marketplace in the world, opportunities will be endless. Please take everything as I say in the video seriously. Be patient and don't cut corners.